everyone, Anya here at ourgabled.home.com, and in today's video I want to show you how you can make your own vanilla extract and your own vanilla sugar. Now these, especially when you buy the vanilla extract, it tends to be pretty expensive, and homemade not only tastes so much better. If you've ever had homemade vanilla extract, you probably don't want to go back to store-bought, but also it's so easy to make. It's so ridiculously easy that it's almost not worth making an entire video about it. But I also want to show you how you can make your own vanilla sugar and why you would even want to do so, what the occasions are that you might actually need vanilla sugar versus vanilla extract. I am almost out of the vanilla extract that I made last year. This is a big bottle and we've been going through it. You can see there's little specks, so I'm gonna go all the way down to the last drop here, but I do need more for the holiday season, for my holiday baking, so that's why now I'm gonna make another batch. We need some alcohol here. I like the spiced rum because I actually like the spicy flavor of this rum. You can also use bourbon or vodka if you like the clean color, the transparent color, and the cleaner taste. We need vanilla beans, and so I have some here that are loose. I have some that do come in this little glass. I don't even know what you call it. And then I have some that came in this jar. We do need some sugar, and I have organic cane sugar in here, and I have in this smaller jar just some regular coconut palm sugar that I'm going to use. So I want to make two types of vanilla sugar. We need a measuring cup, a funnel, a knife, a spoon, and another pretty jar here for making the vanilla extract. So I'm gonna start with the vanilla sugar, and this is the one I already filled that in here. Now, what's really nice about this recipe is that you don't need to have very exact measurements. You can go a little bit more, and then your extract will be a little bit more intense. If you use a little bit less, or you have a higher ratio of your sugar or your alcohol and a little less vanilla bean, then it will be a little less intense. So the first thing we need to do, and because they've been folded in half, they want to pop up here a little bit, we need to cut it lengthwise. And I'm going to use 2 beans for this little jar of cane sugar because I think I'll be using more of that. I'm going to take a spoon here and try to spoon out the vanilla and put that in here. So whenever you get, let's say at a restaurant, a dessert or a dish that's supposed to have vanilla in it, and you see these little black specks in it, then you know they've been using real vanilla and not artificial, which some places like to do to save money. So here we go. It's kind of wet, but that's okay. I lost a little bit here. And I lost a little bit more. So now what I'll do is I'll cut this in 3 pieces. And put those pieces into the sugar as well. So first I'm gonna mix this up a little bit. What you can also do is you can just fill your jar halfway with sugar, add the vanilla, and then fill it up with sugar all the way. Then it makes the mixing a little bit easier, and you don't have to be so careful to not spill anything out of your little jar. And now I'm gonna stick these guys in there because I probably didn't get all of the vanilla in there, and there is flavor in the actual bean, in the outer part of the bean. And I want to get all of that. It doesn't have to be pretty. Close the lid. Oh, these guys don't want to stay in there, so I have to convince them. Okay, and you can shake it up a little bit, and then ideally let that sit for a few weeks. I'm going to let it sit for about 8 weeks. Longer is better. And I will use this bean here for my coconut palm sugar. And same thing again, I'm going to cut it lengthwise, scrape out the inside of it. And I cut that a little bit too vigorously, so I actually split it entirely and not just cut it open on one side. So don't make my mistake. Don't press too hard with your knife when you do that. And then I'm doing the same here with the actual bean, putting it in here. Those are easy to take out, and you want those little specks of vanilla to stay in there. There's a little bit more right here. Let's put that in there. And shaking back. So I'll put these aside for now. Now for the vanilla extract, I realized that I didn't have quite enough of this rum here. What I really wanted is a cup of rum. So I have a little bit less than that, but what I will do is get a little bit more rum next time we are at Costco, and then just top it off with more. You can always do that. You can also, if you have your jar here and it's pretty intense, you can always add a little bit more of the alcohol that you used initially. And for this I have 5 beans. And too bad you can't smell how good they smell. They look very fresh and very moist. So I'm not going to add as much pressure as with the previous one. I'm just going to get a little bit of the inside here, but mostly the alcohol will get all the flavor out of it, so you don't have to worry so much about getting all the insides here. And then I will cut it in half and put that in there so it fits. Okay, and I'm just gonna fill the spiced rum in there. As you can see, the jar isn't quite full, and that's okay. I'll put the lid on, and there we go. If you have ever been in Europe or you have shopped at places like Cost Plus, World Market, you may have seen this vanilla sugar. However, it contains artificial vanilla, but this is sugar. This type of sugar is actually a very popular item, like I said, in Europe for baking and for all sorts of other dishes where you need vanilla sugar. So here's my vanilla sugars. I'm gonna let them sit in my dark cupboard for a few weeks, the longer the better. If you need some beforehand, don't worry about it. You can always fill the jars back up with more sugar if you're going through it. But since this is the middle of September, I will be pretty good by the time the holiday season rolls around. I'm going to start baking a little bit more with vanilla sugar. And here is my vanilla extract. As I said, I didn't have quite enough rum, so next time I'm gonna go and buy more rum. I will fill it up all the way to the top. It's not quite as much as I had in here, but this was the same. I used the spiced rum for this one, and this one also can ideally sit for 6 months. So maybe next year you want to start a little bit earlier. You can use this vanilla extract sooner, but again, the longer it sits, the better. I would let this sit at least for 2 months, and then you can just use it as you go. I hope you enjoyed this quick little video here. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new on my channel, please hit the subscribe button. You can also turn on the bell notifications. I do upload a new video every week. Thank you so much for joining me in my kitchen, and I look forward to seeing you next time.